am not someone very easy. I had two changes on my plate marriage. He had always been very supportive that it's magical. Before it's out, it's trendy, I should get it. I was like that.
What is the green flags?
For me, luxury is more about random page you open, it'll relate to your current situation. Yeah, I've done a couple of diets. You should control on what you're eating. It's addictive.
अपने ख्यालों में खोए
So
रहना.
yeah, a peel of tomato on my face with a little bit of puree, and I think I was perfect in a day. Why are you showing that? Mat karo. Breathe in, breathe out. Tried gym. I think after a point I feel like I'm getting bored.
Hello everyone, welcome back to our show. Today we have a very special guest with us today for some gupshup and some gossip, the very pretty Kompal Mata Kapoor. Hello Kompal,
Hi.
how are you?
I'm good.
Looking
Thank
lovely.
you. Thank you.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. How's Delhi treating you?
Brilliant. And that's why I'm back.
Yeah, because we're seeing that you're traveling a lot from New York to Delhi. So, Lucknow to New York and now to Delhi. How this whole transition has been for you?
It was definitely not an easy one. I'll not deny that. It's firstly, like, the biggest change for me was being married. That was the reason why I moved out. My husband was working outside, and that I had two changes on my plate altogether. First, marriage, and then second was the country shift, and of course, the third one was starting my work from the scratch in a new place. So, like I said, it was not an easy one.
So how you manage, being content creator in India, because you started your content creation here in India, but then going to New York in a different genre and amongst, different society. There must be some challenges you definitely faced.
Yeah, of course, I thought it's not going to be easy for others to accept me. Others, by others, I mean people out there.
Yeah.
It's a different way how content is created there versus how it's created in India. We have a different set of festivals. They have the different way of putting things together on content. It's more about what you do at home, how you're putting your life together, how you're showing every detail about what you're cooking and how your family is. And in India, I think I was doing more of the generic things. I never focused on putting a lot about my personal life.
Okay.
It was more about the brand deals I'm doing, where I'm shuffling, what projects are next. I think moving out did bring out a lot of my personal life in front of people, and they really saw how the changes came into my life after being married, then being in COVID with my husband over there
Yeah,
alone because
lockdown.
I couldn't come home
True.
for 2 years, almost 2 years, yeah,
So how long you've been married?
6 years,
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
But actually, you guys were just school lovers, I guess.
college,
College, okay.
yeah.
So if I ask you a question on marriage, that you've married for so long, and now Gen Z especially, they are afraid to be committed to go for a serious relationship because we think, that there are a lot of options, so why stick to one? So
Yeah. I think sooner or later we all realize that we need someone. I'll not deny when I was in my 20s, I had the same feeling that why is there a need of someone forever? But I think when you cross your late 20s or early 30s, you tend to realize that you need one person to stick around to, with whom you can have a compatible partnership, the mutual respect, the mutual understanding, someone who's literally waiting there for you at home, and the person you can call your home. That's needed. And I think you realize that with age, I'll be honest.
So what did you saw? Like, what is the green flags for you? Like, what 5 things, if I have to ask you, that these should be there?
Mm, I realized that he had always been very supportive about my work, my decisions, uh, and my mindset. Like, I am not someone very easy to handle, I'll be honest. So I think he was successful in that. And that's what my mom told him, that, if you could handle her, I think you're absolutely perfect. Because I have some dreamiest assumptions about life, which I expect normal people to understand and take it.
अपने ख्यालों में खोए
So
रहना.
yeah. So I think he understood that well, and he knew what sort of a person I am. I might sound harsh at times, but that's not the real me from inside. And eventually, him realizing that really helped our relationship, because Had it been someone else, I think they would have just fought the same way I did as a kid, you know, being that kid in the relationship. But he mostly handles me maturely.
That's really sweet. Also, the name Kompal. I mean, this is a little unusual. That is usually Komal, but it's Kompal. So, what's the story behind?
My mom named me, and of course, this word was unique. There were many Komals, there were many Kopals. So she said, let's go ahead with Kumpal. And till date, I ask her, like, why this? Like, every time I'm meeting a person, I have to explain them this. And now it's a part of my life. Wherever I go, I know I need to take out 5 minutes to explain people about my name. And it means a flower bud, the initial stage of a flower. So that's what Kopal also means. And Komal, again, it's the soft as a
Delicate.
flower, delicate.
Cute. Also, Komal, we've seen a lot on your Instagram that you visited Shri event, and it was a lot of spiritual gatherings, spiritual events here. So, like, are you on that path? You are a firm spiritual believer now.
I don't know if using the word firm is right here, but I think I needed it, and it came into my life at the very right time. It was not my first visit there; it was my second visit, and I think the second visit really taught me the power of him, his kriya that he has taught everyone, and it's literally famous worldwide.
Yeah.
And there are millions of people who've seen changes with that, and I was like, I want to do it. They made me do it there. And during my first visit, I couldn't do it because I was there just for 2 days, and they made me do a simplified version of meditation. And when I did the actual kriya this time, I was like, this
Felt
is
the
just some,
calm.
yeah. And it's been almost 50 days I'm doing it regularly. So now I can vouch for it that it's magical. And the things that they teach you there in terms of satsang or basic questionnaires where Gurudev is really answering all the issues people have in their lives or weird assumptions.
I get it.
You really learn through those satsangs and questionnaires that really life is about removing so much from your mind first
True.
and then learning the new ones. And that's what meditation is about. Like, our mind is so clustered in today's time. You
Yeah.
need to remove few things to be able to learn new things. But वो निकालने का time ही नहीं आता है because we're always consuming on our phone. We consume, but what about removing it and adding new values and ideas with time and with age? जो बचपन से सिखाते हैं वही सीखा है. But you need to filter it out and see what new you need to learn.
But you're doing this now regularly.
Yeah, I do that.
Also, Kompal, as you're a luxury content creator, so what luxury means for you?
Of course, if I would go 2 or 3 years back, I had a very different view to luxury. But if you would ask me now, for me, honestly, luxury is more about feeling sufficient with what you have and what you build, cherishing that versus just rushing for more things. I think now it's more about value what you have versus just stuffing your wardrobe or your lifestyle or just believing in those thoughts what you see on social media. I think less is more now. Believing into classics, simply appreciating what you've already built for yourself. I think that's luxury for me now. And like I said, if I would go back to the old Kompal, she would have a different viewpoint to this.
So, what was your Kompal like?
I think I was really holding on to things I never needed.
Okay.
Could be anything. Could be clothes, could be accessories, could be handbags.
Random things.
Yeah, could be the number of experiences. I think now I'm just trying to filter it out and actually I try to see what really is needed versus looking at someone who got a bag and be like, I want the same one. Before it's out, it's trendy, I should get it. I was like that. But I don't see that in myself anymore.
You
So,
evolved.
Yeah, I think, yeah, I have.
Also seen that now you're back in Delhi and your routine is like going to Pilates every morning. So this transition, like meditation and Pilates. So like Pilates is really working for you, or you think that yoga can work, in a better way for you?
I've done yoga as well, but at the moment I tried Pilates the moment I came back to India. I have a good trainer, maybe having a good trainer also helps because you're motivated and you see changes in your body. And Pilates is more about core strengthening and body balance. And I think every girl needs that.
Have you ever faced in your life any like weight loss or weight issue that okay, I'm just stuck with this amount of weight on me, I want to lose this much, but you're not able to? Have you ever faced this in your life?
Yeah, especially when I moved out. I think the food structure was not helping me out in the US. I gained weight from the dairy products to all other things that I added in my lifestyle. I think it was not suiting me. I was too late once I gained and I realized that it's not helping me. It's getting me so much of acne. I don't know if it's different what we have in India. We've grown up having that, and then when you move to a different country, the water is different. The
Yeah.
dairy products tend to affect females. So I was like, okay, let's pause and avoid all of that for a while and see what's really going on.
Also, you went
Yeah.
on some diet, lose some weight.
Yeah, I've done a couple of diets in between, but now I try to stick to the time of my meals. I'm strict about the timing of my meals.
Times as in?
I would, some days I would do intermittent fasting, and
Okay.
that forcefully puts me in a position where I have to be careful about the meals because you tend to eat in the morning, and then at night you're so hungry, and if you eat in between, then you're not enough hungry for dinner. So automatically you're very hungry at 7:30 or 8, and that automatically makes me eat at 8, and I can go to bed by 11.
It's all a cycle.
Yeah, it's made in a way that you're hungry on time.
So if I ask you, one advice that you like to give for weight loss, what will that be?
I will always say it's about uh, focusing on the time of your meals. That's important.
That is.
Yeah, of course, portion control as well. It's not like you can have chole bhature in the morning and at night you're fasting, then you can have another meal and keep a gap and just stick to 2 meals. That's not ideal. But what I'm trying to say is that you should control on what you're eating. I enjoy a pizza. I even enjoy ghar ki roti. I even enjoy a salad. I would not restrict myself on what I'm eating, but I try to maybe stick to little quantity if I want to enjoy it in the longer run.
You like cooking food at home?
I've cooked a lot in the US, so now I want a break.
So, Kumpa, as we know that you married into Punjabi family and now you're back in Delhi, living with your parents. So, how your morning looks like parathas.
Everybody tends to eat that, but me and Rishabh, we stick to our diet. We're more about having eggs in the morning or avocado. We would have parathas over the weekend, of course. We are Punjabis, and I don't think we can easily give up on that.
True.
But yeah, at least 5 or 6 days a week, we try to follow our diet. And when it's actually cheat day, we would not count the parathas.
So, what's your cheat day looks like? Like, what's your favorite meal if you have to go for a cheat day?
Rajma chawal. Also, I have rajma chawal on any of the days anyway. It's not like a cheat meal for me. But yeah, it's like a Sunday meal for me. I love it. Like, मुझे कभी भी दे दो, I'm more than happy to have rajma chawal. But yeah, for cheat days, I would prefer aloo ke parathe, methi ke.
With lots of butter.
Yeah, lots of butter. That's my go-to. And also chole bhature.
Also, as we can see that you have this flawless skin and you have we've seen that you have this fixed night care routine that you follow. Ki skincare to karna hi karna. You don't skip it. So what all there in the skincare routine and what you recommend, especially now when the summers are there
Yeah.
with all this heat around?
Everybody has a different skin type, but I would definitely suggest using a gua sha on your face. A little bit of massage, a 10-minute massage really helps in, with the blood circulation all over. And also those ice rollers, they are very good. They are very good. Or just a bowl of ice, whatever is convenient for you. And I even like eye patches. They do wonders. So before bed, when I'm maybe like reading a book or something, I would just put it on, and automatically it just gives me a good sleep. Or I don't know if it's a myth, but I just feel more refreshing, and you just depuff this area. You feel better.
And lit a candle along with it.
Yeah.
Perfect night.
Yeah.
Also, any desi nuska you believe, like nani dadi ke nuske that you use in your ritual to give you that instant glow?
So I did not do a lot of nuskhas in New York, I'll be honest. इतना time नहीं होता था कि कुछ बनाए और करे. We were just very carefree. But once I was traveling to Bahamas, I remember, and I was sunburned to the core. I had like tiny red blisters. My face was swollen with the heat. It was puffy, and I remember somebody suggested me to use tomato puree.
Okay.
Yeah, and I just rubbed a peel of tomato on my face with a little bit of puree, and I think I was perfect in a day.
Wow, it helped you.
Yeah, it helped me. They tend to say that tomato helps in removing tanning, sunburns, but my case was quite extreme that day, and I was quite surprised at how easy it was, and it was just better. It was perfect in 2-3 days.
Never tried multani mitti or any besan pan?
Yeah, that's something I've done here when I'm back. I do it in summers if needed, but that worked magically for me. And it's not like you need it when you have sunburn. In your regular day as well, they tend to say that tomato works really well.
Any 5 tips you give to get that, everyday glow?
Everyday glow. Of course, a lot of water. Now I realize meditation is important. It brings that on your face. You don't see it overnight, but it takes time. Do it for a lot of days, do it for a lot of weeks. And then you tend to hear it from other people that you look happy. And I think being happy is a part of having that glow on your face.
The inner glow.
Yeah, so that's one thing. And apart from that, I think eyes, when you do those eyes bowls,
Yeah, that
tend
viral.
yeah, they help a lot. My husband does it, so he tells me. He would tell me that it's really helpful. And apart from that, of course, follow whatever night care routine suits you, whatever moisturizer, serum, whatever suits you.
Also have a short game for you, Kompal. That's a true or false.
Okay.
Delhi is better than Lucknow.
No, Lucknow is my hometown, so no way I can
Skip
choose.
that.
Yeah, I can't choose
Okay.
Delhi over it.
Life changes completely after when you get married.
Yeah, of course, totally.
In a positive sense or both?
Yeah, if you have the right partner, it's mostly in the positive way. And even if there's a slight negative to it, it's fine because not everyone is perfect. The faster you realize and accept, it's better.
That's some great
Yeah.
advice. You can never have too many shoes.
That should be applied for my husband.
Okay.
I'm not that one.
Social media shows only the glamorous side of life.
100%. I mean, of course, we try to be as raw as possible and we try to share our struggles. I've done that multiples of times when I was in New York. How I'm shooting in maybe like minus 15 degrees, I've done shoots.
My God.
Yeah, wearing lehengas, carrying a green tea in my car. The moment I shoot, I sit in the car and sip it up because my hands are all blue. I've done crazy things, but I've shown that to the world as well. But sometimes people do take it in a way that, why are you showing that? Mat karo.
What's the most craziest thing you've done on shoot?
So one of my reels, it got really viral. I don't know if I should say it was crazy, but there was a small changing pod in which I was changing my lehenga, then suit and everything and coming out and shooting in Soho in New York. People were literally standing and saying, because where do you change outfits? You can't change lehengas in the car.
Yeah,
and
true.
you just can't randomly go anywhere and wear those heavy couture looks.
True.
So that pod was really cute and that reel was viral and people loved it.
Oh, yeah. The portable changing room. Now, you started that. Lastly, one advice that you would love to give to your younger self that you would have given, maybe to yourself 10 years back.
I figured out a lot of times. I think I used to think a lot. I used to overthink a lot about so many aspects in life. We all do. And it's fine. So maybe I would just tell my younger self that you will figure out.
So you figured it out through meditation. That was your...
I think with time, with learning, with connecting the dots, how I moved out and I never wanted to move out. Never. And we never thought that we were going to stay out for so many years. Time just made us stay there for so long. I mean, just the unexpected journey. And then also seeing the lockdown together with families away.
True.
We learned a lot, I think. We grew into better people and I think eventually all settled. Time tends to heal.
Time will heal. So, Kumbal, one advice you'd like to give before we let you go today to your audience, who wants to be content creator like you or they see you. Any piece of advice that you love to give?
I think I would say count the good things in your life. That's what I'm learning every day, even now. So that's what I'm focusing on. And I would tell people that before you actually focus on the bad things, you should see that there are so many good things in life. And if you would not have a bad day, how would you know that you really had a good day?
Yeah.
You need to have a bad day to compare. So maybe just take it in that way that both the days are important for you to grow and both of them are important to cherish and learn in life. Yeah, little deep, but I'm learning this.
Well, thank you so much, Kumpal. It
Thanks
was
to you.
lovely chatting with
Thank
you.
you.
Some lovely tips you gave. I'm
Glad.
sure our audience will love this.
I'm glad. I hope it helps them.
Thank you. Thank you for being here today. I hope you liked our show. Let us know in the comment section below. That's all for today. Till then, keep watching Fit Tak.